What's up, everyone? This is Al High. I am the host of the Casual Highlight, where we educate, inform, and inspire while having a casual conversation about sports. All right, so today I do want to discuss a couple of things as a sports fan that I learned this weekend. Thing number one that I learned after watching all of the games: you cannot trust the Raiders. Las Vegas, Oakland, LA Raiders, you just can't trust them. That's why I picked, if you go back to my recent video about how the teams were going to finish, I picked Oakland to be, I'm saying Oakland. I picked Vegas to be last. I picked the Raiders because you just don't know what you're going to find. I did this evening, I did pick them on yesterday to win the Monday night game. I picked them to win. Over the Ravens, because I figured the Ravens were going to have some issues with the running game and the passing game and things of that nature. And the Ravens, I think, figured it out. But anyway, you cannot trust the Raiders. Even though I like from afar, I am a fan of Derek Carr. You can't trust them, in my opinion. Lesson number 2. This is only week 1 of the NFL season. I know that people in Tennessee panicking. Oh my God, we got beaten by Arizona. Arizona's pretty good. We're going to the Super Bowl. It's only been 1 week. We got Aaron Rodgers getting blown out to the Saints 38-3. We do need to give credit to where credit is due. We need to give credit to that boy 30 for 30. Mr. 30 for 30, Jameis Winston, had 5 touchdowns, passes. We got to give him credit. Jameis showed up and came to work and played. And we can see the improvement. We see the confidence. We see that he loves the game of football. However, it is the first week of the season. The season is a marathon and not a sprint. So you're going to be going through some ups and downs during this 18-week season. With that being said, we just have to watch and wait and see what happens. And the third and last thing that I learned this weekend is that there's always a lesson in a loss. And what I mean by that, there was 2 teams in particular that I did watch in this week 1 that I was very impressed with in the effort that they gave, even though there's no such thing as moral victories, but there are lessons in when you do lose something. The Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. I do have the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs. I do have the Dallas Cowboys winning the NFC East division. And they put up some historical, I'm not saying historical number, these numbers weren't historical, but they played very well. They have weapons offensively. They're going to be in some football games. If all they have to do is learn how to close. If they learn how to close, and really in football or in any sport, you're either 1 or 2 plays from winning, or you're 1 or 2 plays from losing. And we could sit up in here and say the Cowboys, we could say the Cowboys, that there was a pass interference call that wasn't called. Well, then we can also come out here and say that your kicker missed 2 field goals. And them 2 field goals would probably had you win the game. We could say that. And then we could also say you gave Brady too much time. We could say that as well. Cleveland, the punter got under the pressure and dropped the ball in the punt. And then Baker threw off his back foot. But I love their offense. I like watching Cleveland's offense. See, Kareem Hunt was on my fantasy team. Even though I'm a Chiefs fan, Kareem Hunt was on my fantasy team. I knew that boy was gonna get him there and give me them points. Yeah, Kareem Hunt, man. Shout out to him. Yeah, that boy is something else with Chubb in the backfield. That 1-2. So you gotta find them. You gotta find them backs in the fantasy. I'll talk about that on my next episode with fantasy in the fantasy draft and the things that I learned as a fantasy owner. Anyway, those are my three lessons. Those are the three things that I did learn from this weekend. And let me repeat them. The Raiders lose. You can't trust the Raiders. Lesson number one. Number two, is too early in the season to hit the panic button for these teams like the Packers and the Titans and even saying that Houston's going to the Super Bowl. It's too early. The season is a marathon. The Saints, the Who Dat Nation, it's too early to say, y'all gonna go to the Super Bowl. It's too early for that. The season is a marathon. And the third thing that I learned was that I learned something about the Cowboys are going to be great, and with Cleveland is for real. I did pick that up. Some teams you can't pick that up, but the verdict is still out. But the Cowboys and the doggone Browns, they're going to be around. Hey, that's my time. If you enjoy my content on my channel, go ahead and hit the like button so you can get these notifications of when myself, Al High, drops a new episode for the Casual Highlights show. Till next time, you know what time it is. This is Al High. Remember, God is love, and disrespect your senses.